Hello and welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. For those of you who have been following the Betta and Bellas unboxing might have noticed that I had 2 extra bags of fish in my September import order that I got from Ben's Bettas. And here all of them were with all the Betta and Bellas, and here is my Betta Breeding Pair. Although I'm not exactly sure if I want to breed this particular pair anymore, and I'm going to explain that to you now and also explain why I've been kind of waiting to unveil these guys to you. So the female is on the left and the male is on the right, and this is after they have both marbled quite a bit, so I will show you what they look like when I first got them. But if you pay close attention to the male's body, even though he acts pretty spunky and he's acting pretty good, his fins are still kind of clamped, especially his pectoral fins, which are the top fins. And he has been battling what I theorize to have been velvet. He's gotten through the whole treatment. He's improved quite a bit. I should have filmed him when he was at his worst, because when he was at his worst, all his fins were entirely clamped and he couldn't even swim around very much. He would just get tired and just go to the bottom of the tank and not even want to attempt to flare. So I consider this a good improvement and a step in the right direction, but I still have a long way to go to nurse this guy back to health. When Bettas breed, it causes a lot of stress on their body, and I don't want to compromise his immune system and cause him to get either more sick or get sick again if he does end up fully recovering. Another concern is that I don't want him to cross-contaminate whatever he has to the female and then potentially the spawn tank and of course the fry, because since they are quarantined and I've been jarring them separately, this has been a good preventative measure to help prevent diseases from spreading. For comparison, here is what the male looked like when I first got him. So that is on the first day after he temperature acclimated and he kind of was getting more comfortable in his quarantine setup. This was before he marbled as well, so he had quite a beautiful pattern. The female, on the other hand, didn't change a whole lot. She used to have more white on her face, which definitely has changed currently, but also the bottom under her chin, which was sort of cellophane, has also kind of started to fill out with blue, which I think makes her a lot more pretty. And also she permanently looks angry. If you look at her eyes, she's a permanently angry girl, and I think she's adorable. So back to this guy. He started out really strong, but the shipping process is very stressful for fish. He could have been carrying any sort of bacterial infections or any sort of parasites or issues that he could have brought with him along for the ride that were waiting for an opportunity to infect his body and kind of attack while his immune system was compromised. On the other hand, the female is actually doing quite well. She has had no health issues, and I am just continuing just to watch over her for quite a little while, and I think very soon I will be ready to actually breed her. I just need to condition her a little more, but here is another close-up footage. Do ignore the bubbles that are on her. That's just from the water change that I did earlier. So my backup plan is to spawn her to Angry Boy, because although he has the red coloration, which I don't necessarily want, he has pretty good form. If you want to actually see him flaring, he went on a beautiful flare party on my Betta Mirror review video, so you can actually take a better look at his form. Whilst breeding to him will reduce the chances that I will get the blue-rimmed, white-bodied fish that I want, I can still work from there and kind of work on my line and kind of try to get back to where I originally wanted to reach my goal, while also getting a pretty good start in terms of form, since Angry Boy does have very good form, which he would add to the line. So it's not necessarily a bad idea to have a backup plan. Lastly, I do want to point out that those of you that are experienced fish keepers and especially experienced Betta keepers, as you're taking a closer look at this male, if you do notice anything or have a better diagnosis to what might be the problem that I do, I am very open to any sort of recommendations or suggestions. Even though I was pretty convinced that he had velvet, you know, I could always be wrong. Diagnosing fish sometimes is not that easy. So definitely down in the comments below, let me know what your theory is and what your tips would be to make him better.